Hey everyone, I'm Pragya, an artist and chess enthusiast. Today we are going to look at a game from day 1 of the candidates 2026, and it's a game between Praggnanandhaa, a grandmaster from India, and a Dutch player, Grandmaster Anish Giri, as a black. So let's start. Here, Praggnanandhaa opened with e4. Anish Giri replied with c5, so we can see it's Sicilian. Knight c3, d6, and f4. So Praggnanandhaa is going into a variation of Grand Prix. So let's see how it continues. Black plays g6, knight f3, bishop g7, bishop b5 check, bishop d7, a4, knight c6, white castles, a6, bishop c4, e6, d3, knight ge7, f5. So, if you know Anish Giri, he is a Sicilian player and he has his Sicilian courses. So in his course, he says for the Grand Prix variation that black should castle over here. But in his own game, he didn't. He played e into f5. Praggnanandhaa responded queen e1, bishop e6, e into f5, g into f5, bishop into a6, f into e6, queen into e6, queen d7. Anish wants to exchange the queens on the board. Praggnanandhaa doesn't want to exchange his queens, so he played queen c4. Black castles on the queen side, bishop g5, rook d e8, rook a e1, knight g6, knight d5, king b8, knight f6. It makes sense because Praggnanandhaa wants to exchange the black's bishop, because as we know, for black bishop is a powerful one. So bishop into f6, bishop into f6, rook h f8, bishop c3, f4 by Anish Giri, rook into e8 check, rook into e8, rook e1. Praggnanandhaa here goes for exchanging the rooks, but Anish Giri, he declined. Rook f8, queen e6. Now Prag is trying to exchange the queens on the board. Queen e6, Anish Giri took the queen. Rook into e6, king c7, knight g5, knight d7, rook e4, rook f5, knight into h7. So here Praggnanandhaa grabs an extra pawn. d5 by Anish Giri, because his d pawn, if it can go to d4 square, that would be a good position for black. So Anish Giri sacrificed his h pawn and he pushed his d5 pawn, rook e2, d4, bishop e1, knight ce5, rook e4, knight g4, h3, knight e3 by Anish Giri, c3 by Praggnanandhaa, knight d5 by Anish Giri, h4, d into c3, bishop into c3, rook h5, bishop g5, knight g5, and then here Anish Giri replied knight f6, which is a blunder because f5 was best over here. B5 was best over here. Then I could have played c4 and b4. So let's come back to knight f6. Now Praggnanandhaa plays rook e6. Anish Giri takes g5, rook cross f6, rook g4, h5, knight e5, h6, knight f3 check, king f1, knight into e1, king into e1, rook cross g2, rook cross f4, rook h2, rook f6. Here we can see that Praggnanandhaa is in a winning position because of that previous mistake Anish did. Otherwise this game should have been a drawn game, but now it's a winning game for Praggnanandhaa as his h pawn is about to be promoted. Rook h3 by Anish, king d2 by Praggnanandhaa, rook h2 check, king a3, rook h3 check. Here white only aims to come closer to the black's king, or we can say towards the pawn, as it's an end game. King e4, c4, d into c4, rook into c3, king f5, as we can see that the king of Praggnanandhaa is marching towards the pawn. King e7, king b6, rook into c4, computer says it's an inaccuracy because king f7 was best over here. Okay. So here Praggnanandhaa plays h7 and this is move 51 where Anish resigned because nothing can be done over here. Black can't save this pawn from winning, even if it saves. Like if he plays rook h4, white can simply take a pawn over here. Then king d6, king g6, king d5, so it's anyway winning. Nothing can be done over here. Okay guys, if you like my YouTube channel and the content I'm going to create and this videos especially, then please like, subscribe and follow. I will try to create more videos of the upcoming games of candidates. So see you all guys soon. Bye bye.